Stifler, ask everyone to rate their looks on the scale of 1 to 10. Can't pick 7.
Okay, hang on. Let me clarify the question. Let me clarify it.
Well, I think we should let them answer
right,
this
fine.
one, and then you ask your follow-up.
Right.
And yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Bro, I don't want to answer that.
You have, okay, hold on. You got to
Like-
answer this one.
It's so like subjective. Like I don't want to answer.
Yeah, what do you subjectively think if you had to rate your physical looks? What would it be?
Can't say 7. I already know.
8.
Oh.
Okay, what about you?
I'll say 8.
I'll say 8.5.
That makes 8.
Yeah, 8.
Oh.
Actually, everyone's saying 8.
So what do you?
I'll go 8.
Well, hold on, no, hold on.
Don't follow the trend.
You can't just, because everybody else is saying, like, it's, I mean, maybe you do, that's what you think. I mean, sure, but you prefaced 8 by everybody else is picking 8, so I'm going to pick 8. Was that going to be your original answer?
No.
What was your original answer?
I'm a little jet lagged. I'm a little not looking my best
so
today.
you were going to say 10.
No.
Oh,
No.
Well, what were you going to say?
Like 6.
but now you're an 8 because you're jet lagged?
No.
You're too far from, you got to scoot into the table a little bit.
No, I was gonna say 6, and then everyone was saying 8, so I said 8.
Okay, I'll be a
Okay.
6 too. I'll be a
All
6
right.
with you.
Okay,
Thank you,
what about
girl.
you?
I
Solidarity.
can't say 7.
Nope.
6.5.
Wait, why can't we say 7?
Okay, Andrew, what about you?
4.
I give myself a 5. Now, Andrew, if you want to ask your follow-up question.
Let me ask the question again. Yes, I understand it's subjective. If you look around, you have to admit that the woman next to you looks nothing like you, right? Mm-hmm. And the woman next to her looks nothing like her. Mm-hmm. But somehow you're all in the same category, looks-wise. Does that sound rational to you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the prettiest girl in the room? No. Let her answer. Who's the prettiest girl here?
To me, that I think is prettier.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the prettiest girl in the room?
I love everybody, but I think
Who-
she's prettier.
Okay, who's the prettiest girl in the room?
Her.
Okay, she's the prettiest.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay. What about you? Who's the prettiest girl in the room? Madison? Mm-hmm. Who's the prettiest girl in the room?
I don't know her name, but the
Morgan.
It's really weird that suddenly you have standards which you can subjectively apply and pick out who the most bestest looking girl is in the room. Somehow when it comes to yourself, you always land on about the same number, which is I'm perfect. Right? 8, that's like, let's say there's no 9s or 10s, right? They're real rare. Like if you see one, they block out the sun. That's how intensely gorgeous they are. Mm-hmm. Would you change your answer based on this?
I said 8, not for like face, but for body. Like I think I have a nice body, so that like raises my looks, I guess.
So, okay, give us your face rating and your body rating.
Face probably like a 6, and then body 8, or yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So still an 8.
Yeah.
Who's
But like that's what I was thinking about.
Think of a famous person for me who's a 9 and tell me her name.
Who's a 9?
Nah, no help. Don't cheat.
Sorry. Well, now that you put me on the spot, I'm trying to like think of a person. I'm like blank now.
Can't think of one? One female who's a 9? Not one?
Not one female who's a 9.
No, there's definitely 9s. I'm
Okay,
just like
what-
I'm trying
just
to
give me
think
one.
of someone that's like well known. That's a 9. Or like you're saying a 9 based off of my own standard or the society
Your
standard?
standard. That one that makes you an 8.
I can't think of a person.
Okay. Name 4 actresses.
Kristen Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's really pretty.
4 pop singers.
Katy Perry, Lady Gaga, Olivia Rodrigo,
Okay.
and who's a fourth?
Fourth one, just make it any singer who's a female.
Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
So you're more attractive than Katy Perry?
I don't really remember what she looks like. But yeah, sure.
Okay. You can't think of a single actress who's a 9, though? Or singer? What about singer? Can you think of a single singer who's a 9? Who you're just one step below?
Okay, well, I think Olivia Rodrigo is a 9. I think she's really pretty.
So you're just one step below her?
Sure. If
Is that what you actually think?
well, yeah, based off the rating that we gave.
Yeah, not based off the rating. You can revise the rating you gave
But
if you
yeah.
think she's a 9.
Yeah, I'll say I'm an 8.
You're an 8. Okay.
But like, yeah.
Okay, same to you. 3 9s who you can think of who are women.
Megan Fox, Julia Roberts, and the
If Megan Fox is a 9, how the fuck are you an 8?
no, she's a 10 to me. She's a 12,000.
She's
she's
she's an
perfect.
infinity.
Even if she's
Perfect.
a 10, how could that make you an 8?
Well, if I'm comparing myself, if we're going to that scale, then it was next to Megan Fox, I'd put myself at like a 3 or 4. Realistically, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, then back up. You gotta help me out here.
Okay.
If thing over here 10, you 8. But if you compare yourself to thing 10, you 4. How can you be an 8?
Wait, what?
She's a 10.
Yes.
You're an 8.
Not next to her.
Yeah, next to her you're a 4.
Yeah.
But she's a 10.
Yeah.
You realize there's only 10 numbers on this scale.
Yes. I'm not the ugliest girl in the world, but I'm not
I'm
the
not
prettiest.
saying you are, right? Not saying that you're the ugliest girl in the world, prettiest girl in the world. Not saying anything.
Okay.
There's 10 numbers on the scale. How can you put yourself up next to a number which is higher than you and then say, when I'm up next to the number higher than me, it lowers my number? That makes no sense.
I mean, I guess you're right. It really doesn't. But since you're asking the question, like realistically, now that I think about it, like there is, Megan Fox, like she is a standard, like she is a beauty standard, So obviously, I don't fit in that beauty standard. I would not categorize myself as an 8 in that beauty standard with Megan Fox.
So then what would you categorize yourself as?
Like a 4 or a 5.
A 4 or a 5. What about you compared to Megan Fox?
Like a 3.
Like a 3. You realize there's...
But that's like in the context of comparing me and versus her, not just like the general question.
It's all women between 1 to 10. So if you categorize yourself as an 8, it's a comparison to all women on
But
planet Earth.
originally, the question wasn't comparing us to other women. It was just initially can't pick 7.
How
What
can
is-
you rate your looks unless you're comparing them to other women's looks?
Well, but I wasn't when I said the answer. But now we
Then
are.
what were you using as your metric?
Just whatever came to my mind. Like, as to how I feel today. Like, tomorrow, if you ask me, I could feel like a 3 tomorrow, If I don't have makeup done or a cute outfit, maybe I'm a 3
What
tomorrow.
the fuck does it have to do with how you feel?
That's how I feel today. I feel like an 8 today.
Okay. So it clearly was miscommunicated, so I'm going to ask again. Based on physical looks only, in comparison to all of the women who exist in the world, the scale is 1 to 10 for all of them. Mm-hmm. Where do you fit?
3.
3. Do you revise or no? You don't look like you're going to. You look like you're going to stubborn it out, but you can change your answer if you want to.
I mean, maybe a 6.
4.
Now you're a 4.
Yes.
So what changed when we're asking you on a scale of 1 to 10, rate yourself looks wise? What did you think that meant?
I just meant like you're just like, you're cute, you're pretty.
Yeah, like, how do you feel right now? That's how I put it. Because, like, if I came on here with no makeup and, like, hair and just outfit not cute, like, I would rank myself lower. But just, like, how I feel today, I feel like an 8 today.
So,
But I wasn't
do you
thinking
think your
about other
physical-
women when I was saying
But
my
do you
own
think
answer.
that your physical beauty is based around how you feel?
Yeah.
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 Let's say you feel bad about it, right? Let's say you dial yourself up and you look even better than you do right now, but you just don't feel good that day. How would that actually diminish your physical beauty?
In reality, no, I would be the same person.
Then
but
why would
it would
why-
change my perspective.
Sure, but in reality it wouldn't, right? So why wouldn't you just base the answer on what in reality is true?
Because it's all about perspective.
It's all about
My
perspective.
perspective now was.
And your
you know,
perspective when it
these
was Megan
factors
Fox.
was changed.
Yeah.
Like the factors in the question changed because you didn't.
Nope, the
start-
factors never changed.
They did change because you brought in Megan Fox as like the beauty standard to what we were comparing ourselves to.
What were you
So that
comparing
changes our
So then
mind.
what were you comparing yourself to?
The way I feel now, like
Well, then that's not comparing yourself to me. That's just you saying how I feel. What's the comparison to?
no, I'm saying you made the comparison because then we started talking about Megan Fox and like how do I compare to her?
Yeah, how can you
So
come-
like because I think she's really pretty, like if I was someone that thought Megan Fox was ugly, I'd be like I'm still an 8. But because I think she's gorgeous, of course I'm gonna be like I'm not as pretty as her, right? So it changed my answer because it's in comparison to Megan Fox now, not just how I feel right now.
So in compared to women that you consider to be really, really pretty, you don't consider yourself to be really, really pretty.
No, not as pretty as them
Then why would you rate yourself an 8?
because that wasn't factored into the question.
Just how
it was
you-
just how I feel
It's
like
just how you feel.
looks are about how we feel.
Oh.
Like I was saying.
You don't
again,
think there's any objective standard for looks?
just like the way society views like looks or
Yeah.
yeah, of course. Like there's always a standard for like who's prettier than this person, but that wasn't factored necessarily into the initial question.
Yeah, I think.
And then
I think
it
is.
was
What
later.
other standard could you use
My personal feeling on how,
on
I
how
feel
you
right now.
feel? You don't think that's a little delusional?
Okay, let's say
How
this.
is that delusional? It was
Let's
just how
say-
I feel right now.
Let's say you're going out, right, on a like just on a date, like a night to eat, dinner. You get dressed. You feel when you dress nice. Like, do you feel nice?
Sure.
So when you're not dressed nice, do you feel nice?
Let's say I don't.
Okay, so what would you rate yourself on a day that you're dressed super nice, you're ready to go out to dinner, ready to go take some family photos? What would you rate yourself then?
4.
And then so you would rate yourself the same when obviously you're not looking your best. And who do you
but
compare
you could
yourself
just be
to?
saying that to like not agree though.
And who do you compare
No,
yourself to?
I'm saying that because I think that there's an objective beauty standard which exists.
right.
Exactly.
Of course.
And the reason I think there's an objective beauty standard which exists is because I have a historical standard to compare it to. So it seems like it exists for sure. That we
Of
all.
course.
So I agree that there's some subjectivity there. Some people like blue eyes. They like this. They like that. Doesn't seem like men are competing really hard for 600-pound burn victims, though, right?
No.
No.
Right.
So there's something that we're kind of leaning towards as being pretty, beautiful, things like this. And I've seen you women. You're vicious when you're competing with each other. Vicious in competition. Judge each other like nobody's business. Okay, you look at me like you're skeptical. So let me ask you this question, and honestly answer. When you go into a room and you sit down with a bunch of women, do you judge them in your mind? How
Yes.
pretty they? Yeah.
Yes,
What
I
are you
do.
judging them against?
Not judging them against anything, but just kind of just judging them because I'm just a girl and like I'm always have an opinion about someone on
Yeah.
something.
You're gonna have an opinion about how they look, right?
Yeah.
Right, which is a personal opinion.
So what are you comparing it to, though?
The standard of beauty in their head.
Yeah,
I'm not
the
comparing
standard
it to
of beauty in
anything.
their head,
They
which
want
they're
to
relaying
be.
to society, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just. the
Can we
world
pull up
live in.
that photo of young Andrew?
Let's pull it up.
Look at.
Wow.
That is not a 4.
That's not a 4, bro.
That's not a 4.
I was 19. I'm 40.
You 8, bro.
But I don't. Personally, I still don't think you're a 4.
Yeah.
Like in my opinion.
I'm
Like,
personally into white boys, but
No, me too.
like in high school,
You're not into white boys?
I am.
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
So, like, that's your type?
No. So
Yeah.
like there, he doesn't look white boy.
He doesn't look like a white boy?
I think he looks
Wait,
white
what?
boy.
No.
What does he look like?
He just look like Latino.
What?
What?
Yeah, Latino.
Like a blue-eyed Latino?
Bro, your eyes are not a little blue in that photo.
I'll pull the photo up. They don't, huh?
They
look
look brown
dark.
in that photo.
Yeah, they're dark.
Yeah.
Andrew, did you used
Latinos
to...
Obviously,
blue
they're
eyes.
not dark,
Yeah.
but it's the lighting.
No.
Andrew,
Yeah.
were you affiliated with any Mexican drug gangs or anything?
Yeah, my last name is Wilson. That's a really Hispanic last name, as you know.
Wilson.